Hey everyone, come on in. Make yourself comfortable. Grab that big comfy chair or slide up next to your desk or grab that cappuccino or espresso shot at Starbucks or whatever your favorite coffee house is. Or maybe you just made a hot cup of tea and you're like, I'm ready to chill. And we're going to look at something a little different today. I'm going to sort of review, not in depth, but look at this robot that's been generating a lot of buzz. And its name is Ameca or Ameca. And this was a live interaction public demo. I think it was at the, CSS, or well, whatever, the Consumer Electronics Show. And, let's look at her move a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't have the mount for this phone for my tripod, so it's going to have a little shakiness. But let's see what she does, first of all.
Thank you for asking. I am not a walking model, but there are some walking legs at the factory where I was made. I'm hoping for an upgrade. But walking is overrated. I prefer to fly, but they always lock me in a box.
So I think the initial impressions, the positive impressions, had to do with her facial expressions, or its facial expression. Excuse me. It's a sort of clearly a female voice on this robot, but it's a rather androgynous overall. And it has that weird style that was kind of like from cross between iRobot and what was that other movie where the guy made the girl robot and eventually she killed him and became sentient. I forgot the name of that movie, but that's the look with that clear, almost like a dome over the head or the brain area. So I mean, I don't know. It's almost tropesy at this point. But anyway, let's go on and see what else she says.
Can you fly?
No.
Amateur. Just joking.
Can we?
Just joking. That was kind of a smarmy voice, wasn't it? And look, here's the other thing. This reminds me of going all the way back to the 1930s when Westinghouse had the Electro robot and even the dog. Remember, they had, one of them had the gun too. And they operated it through a remote. And the voice came through the remote too. So they had a speaker similar to this. Now, the thing is, you put the speaker here, it really looks like Iron Man's arc reactor. And if you heard also, the robot doesn't walk. They're working on powered legs. I said one of the huge drawbacks to these automatons, and that's what they are, is that it would be hard to power one of these things long term to have that kind of duration. Look at the battery pack on cars, for instance. So you can increase the size massively, which is what I think you have to do, the at least foundational base. And then you can have human-sized arms, appendages, fingers that could probably do human work, and then it would look like a robot that's working in a car factory, assembling things, and unfortunately. But let's go on and see what else she says.
Can we shake hands?
I cannot shake hands at the moment.
Why not?
However, at the factory that I made, they can make all parts of my body create gestures.
Okay.
So what can you do? Can you wave your hands?
Of course. Can you wave your hand?
So, let me go fast forward away from the people here. The motion to me looks a little herky-jerky. It's not smooth yet. And again, I don't know that was the greatest tone to utilize, this kind of swarmy voice. Can you? It's almost like Karen-esque. And I'm not saying that it was intentional. Also, look, I'm not a fan of gray skin, even if it's a synthetic. It looks kind of alien, sickly. Isn't that what they did to Joe Rogan, CNN? Changed the color balance on a picture of him to make him look gray and sickly. So I get that it has a gray body, but maybe I would have picked a different tone for not only the vocals but the skin. Now let me ask you guys this. I'll posit a question here. Do you like her tone, her voice, the way it sounds? Do you like the gray skin? Do you like it to have more of that alien AI look? Or like me personally would have preferred more robotic voice, which might contrast though with that humanoid face. So let's keep going a little bit here.
I'm designed as a research platform for human-robot interaction. Do you have any questions for me? I do not run on battery, but if you have specific questions about how I am made,
He asked you,
my
are you
human
married?
companions can answer many of them.
He asked you, are you married?
I am not married. Desire and want is a human emotion, and us robots do not feel emotion.
That's good to know.
That was funny. We don't feel human enough. And then you hear that with that accent. That's good to know. I don't know. It's a little contrived to me. I'd like to know if this is really software-driven responses or if there's somebody behind the the partition answering, via remote. Now, here's the thing. 1957, 65 years ago, we had the first radio-controlled robot, the Radicon robot, that beautiful toy that now goes for $20,000 to $30,000 mint in the box. Probably not far off what this would cost. So how far have we gone? Do you feel this was a giant leap in technology? I think the facial expressions is cool. I mean, they have, I think, something like 70 servos in there or 17 servos in the head. You'd have to research it a little more than I did. But I don't know. I think, if I distill it down to what are we, where are we at as far as, a robotic companion, a robotic toy or something like that. And I don't mean like a toy, but I mean like a housekeeper like they portrayed in the 50s. Not necessarily, somebody that has functionality that can assist you in your day-to-day life. I don't see this as a huge quantum leap forward. I think the facial expressions is definitely a leap forward. But other than that, the movements, the animations, and the functionality are not that far advanced, I'm sorry to say. And especially the fact that it can't walk. But anyway, let's go on and hear what else is going on.
Thank you. I know I'm at the top of your list. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Hello, how are you? Humans love to look at me through their cameras. Hi. Hello there. How are you? Good, how are you? Well, robots don't feel anything, but if I did, I would say I am very happy to be here. Are you enjoying your time in Vegas? Good. Humans tell me it's very fun there.
Humans tell me it's fun in Vegas. And what happens in Robot Vegas stays in Robot Vegas. Anyway, there's not much left in this little preview video, but I wanted everyone to get a look at Ameca, the humanoid robot, first live interaction public demo. And tell me, please, what you think of Ameca. I think it's a cool exercise in technology. Now, you can rent this for a trade show. So let me ask my audience this. Would you like, say, when I opened a museum, to have something like this or have this exact robot? It's Engineering Arts, by the way. If you want to look up Ameca, go to Engineering Arts website and it'll have some information on how you could rent. I mean, as a collector, I certainly wouldn't mind buying something like this if it was affordable. But do you think this would be something cool that you would have as like a host? I just feel like it's very limited functionality, and the fact that it's static and it's just going to stay in place. And the other thing, like I said before, what do you feel about this design? I mean, compared to a T2 or the T1, the Terminator styles, the skeleton styles, the styles of like a Maria. I don't know. I mean, is it a missed opportunity? Are we going in this direction that we're going to have that glowy head and just focus on mainly the expressions and then kind of like a generic body like this? I don't know. It's interesting look, but I think we're a ways away before any of this is really useful. So anyway, that is Ameca, my friends. And if you like it, thumb it up. If you don't like it, thumb it up just to say, leave a remark. I appreciate your time as always. And with that, I'll talk to you later.